Man tied to suspected gunman in 1996 killing of rapper Tupac Shakur indicted on murder charge. Las Vegas. AP. One of the last living witnesses to the fatal drive-by shooting of rapper Tupac Shakur in Las Vegas was charged with murder with use of a deadly weapon Friday in the 1996 killing, a long-awaited breakthrough in a case that has frustrated investigators and fascinated the public ever since the hip-hop icon was gunned down 27 years ago. A Nevada grand jury indicted Duane, Keffe D, Davis in the killing, prosecutors announced in court Friday. The charges were revealed hours after Davis, 60, was arrested, according to two officials with first-hand knowledge of the arrest who requested anonymity to discuss the case. Davis has long been known to investigators and has himself admitted in interviews and in his 2019 tell-all memoir, Compton Street Legend, that he was in the Cadillac from which the gunfire erupted during the September 1996 drive-by shooting. Shakur was 25 when he was killed. Las Vegas police raided a home in mid-July in the Las Vegas suburb of Henderson that is tied to Davis. Police were looking for items concerning the murder of Tupac Shakur, according to the search warrant. They collected multiple computers, a cell phone and hard drive, a Vibe magazine that featured Shakur, several .40 caliber bullets, 2 tubs containing photographs, and a copy of Davis's memoir. It wasn't immediately clear if Davis has an attorney who can comment on his behalf. Davis hasn't responded to multiple phone and text messages from the Associated Press seeking comment or an interview. In the more than 2 months since the house raid, Shakur was in a BMW driven by Death Row Records founder Marion Suge Knight in a convoy of about 10 cars. They were waiting at a red light when a white Cadillac pulled up next to them and gunfire erupted. Shakur was shot multiple times and died a week later at the age of 25. Time equals 400 Ms. Greater than the rapper's death came as his fourth solo album, All Eyes on Me, remained on the charts, with some 5 million copies sold. Nominated 6 times for a Grammy Award, Shakur is still largely considered one of the most influential and versatile rappers of all time. In his memoir, Davis said he was in the front passenger seat of the Cadillac and had slipped the gun used in the killing into the backseat, from where he said the shots were fired. Davis implicated his nephew, Orlando Baby Lane Anderson, saying he was one of 2 people in the backseat. Anderson, a known rival of Shakur, had been involved in a casino brawl with the rapper. Shortly before the shooting, Anderson died 2 years later. He denied any involved in Shakur's death. Davis revealed in his memoir that he first broke his silence in 2010 during a closed-door meeting with federal and local authorities. At the time, he was 46 and facing life in prison on drug charges when he agreed to speak with them about Tupac's killing, as well as the fatal shooting 6 months later of Tupac's rap rival, Biggie Smalls, also known as the Notorious B.I.G. They offered to let me go for running a criminal enterprise and numerous alleged murders for the truth about the Tupac and Biggie murders, he wrote. They promised they would shred the indictment and stop the grand jury if I helped them out. Shakur was feuding at the time with rap rival Biggie Smalls, who was fatally shot in March 1997. At the time, both rappers were in the middle of an East Coast-West Coast rivalry that primarily defined the hip-hop scene during the mid-1990s. Time equals 400 Ms. Greater than Greg Kading, a retired Los Angeles police detective who spent years investigating the Shakur killing and wrote a book about it, said he's not surprised by Davis's arrest. The former Los Angeles police detective said he believed the investigation gained new momentum in recent years following Davis's public descriptions of his role in the killing, including his 2019 memoir. It's those events that have given Las Vegas the ammunition and the leverage to move forward, Kading said. Prior to Keffe D's public declarations, the cases were unprosecutable as they stood.